Boom! 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 We're live. It's Chris Igoe Home Group, powered by Remax Direct. It is Get Some Friday. We're doing big things. We're getting stuff done. We're continuing to control the controllables and do what it takes to create momentum every day within our business and our lives to ensure that we create a tidal wave of success as we move forward in this time of uncertainty, right? I am not going to be doing my normal prospecting that I usually do in here right now. I do want to share with you a little bit of information as it relates to the CARES Act. Okay. You might be familiar with it. If you're not, then I'll tell you what I know, and I would encourage you to go check it out for yourself. Full disclosure, I am not an attorney. I am not a financial planner. I am not a CPA. So, take it with a grain of salt. I am a business owner. I am an independent contractor, and I am a full-time, full-service realtor, right? So, how does this apply to you? How does this apply to me? Go do your research. But as of the 27th, the coronavirus, I'm just reading this right now. This is not anything that I created. But the CARES Act was enacted on March 27th. And what that is, small businesses and franchise owners can apply for a grant up to $10,000 today with no collateral or personal guarantees required. The funds may be used for paid sick leave for employees unable to work with or due to coronavirus, maintaining payroll, business expenses, making rent, mortgage payments on owned property, and repaying obligations that cannot be met due to revenue losses. There are all kinds of other terms and conditions that apply, which will forgive this loan if you adhere to them. So I'm not going to go out there and say this is $10,000 of free money, and I am the last one who's ever going to take a handout for anything. But we are in uncertain times, and you should be prudent, be responsible, ensure that you are able to stay in business, to be able to go out there and serve your family, your business, your community at the highest level possible. So if this is something you are interested in learning more about, I have included a link in this post so you can check it out and see if you qualify. It is a very easy, what's up, Justino? We are doing big things. It is a very quick, very easy application form, but I would go out there and check it out right now. I did it this morning. Different packages, stimuluses, grants, whatever that are coming down the pipeline here. I don't know if they are appropriate or right for you, but I will keep my ear to the ground, and as I hear things, I will share them with you. But that's it, right? So let's put that aside for a second. And then now let's also address some of the other things that are going on there right now. So as you guys know, I've been a little bit inconsistent with creating content as I'm trying to preserve my voice because my doctor has told me to stop talking for a period of time. That is almost impossible for me to do. But nonetheless, the reason I'm going to share this story is I was not on the phone for what's up, Aaron, doing big things. I had to, as per doctor's orders, not talk for a period of time. So January, February, March, very aggressive on the phone, very consistent on the phone, doing my thing, lots of volume, lots of hours on the phone, lots of presentations, all that good stuff. 2020, we're off to a roaring start. And then I was told I needed to be put on timeout for a little bit. So I did that. And because of that, I got to tell you, I'm on the phone every day. I don't know of anybody who can make more dials than I can, or, is more effective on the phone than me, but I didn't dial for a couple of weeks. I will tell you that I started to create phone fear and started to create limiting beliefs and started to create a whole bunch of bullshit that doesn't exist in my head, which made it harder for me to get on the phone. And that's the truth. So don't think that this is anything that's like that I'm immune to or anybody else is immune to out there. If you don't use it, you will lose it. And so yesterday when I got on the phone here and I did my live sessions, That was the first time I had been on the phone with any real consistency for a couple weeks. I set 2 appointments. And so what really changed on the phone? Nothing. Nothing's changed. There are still people out there who have need-based business. So connect with the people who have need-based business. There are people out there that need to sell their home. Connect with them. What am I talking about specifically? Call for sale by owners. Their hand is in the air. They're saying we need your help. Connect with them. Do a Zoom conference call with them, or go, if it's appropriate, and right now this is where I don't know whether it's appropriate or not, go meet them. But I'm telling you right now, they are the low-hanging fruit. They answer their phones. You can make connections here, and that's on the low-hanging fruit level. On a sphere level, and this is where you can have maximum impact, call every single person that you know, that you've ever done business with, that you've ever met in your life, and check in on them. Very simply put, instead of always be closing, right now it should always be connecting, but always be connecting. Connect with your sphere, check in on them, make sure they're doing okay, ask them how they're feeling. This is the stuff that is not going to pay you today or tomorrow, but it's not about that right now. It's about connecting with them at a high level. They're going to remember you. If you're able to help somebody right now and support them right now in this time of uncertainty, you are going to be remembered. Period. End of story. And that is where your business grows. So are we going into a slower period? Absolutely. Are things changing? Is there uncertainty? Absolutely. But if you're still maintaining this consistency and creating the momentum within your business, whatever that looks like for you, there's a million ways to do it. But as long as you continue to take the daily actions every single day, you will not lose momentum. You will not lose confidence. You might delay some closings or whatever that looks like. And so I shared this in a post, Jim. I think I was responding to you in the GSD group, but I had 9 deals under contract right as we were going into 3 weeks ago that the COVID stuff really started. So I had 9 properties under contract, 3 canceled immediately. The buyers no longer qualified. They got laid off. So that's 3 commissions that I lost. Whoop-de-fucking-do. It doesn't matter. They're going to come back. It's not like business goes away forever. But okay, whatever. They canceled. Fine. The rest of them closed. So 6 closings happened. The last one will be Monday of next week. As far as what was under contract then, showings have slowed down. Okay, that's fine. There is still consistent daily actions that you must take, that if you take now is going to create so much momentum when things start to normalize and become more certain that your business is not going to grow a little bit, it's going to grow exponentially. So now is the time where most people are getting complacent or afraid, and again, this can happen to anybody. If you start believing the bullshit and I'm not trying to discount that. Obviously, there are things that are happening in the world right now that are completely out of our control, but there's a lot of things that are within our control. We can control what's going on in our head. We can control what the daily actions are. We can take care of, put the oxygen mask on yourself first, then put it on your family, then put it on your community, and put it on your business. That's the appropriate thing to do. So don't stop taking action. Don't get I can't tell anybody not to be. What was the total? It was like 27,000 video text messages that I blasted out. I feel a hell of a lot better about my business knowing that I sent out 27,000. They're staged and there's a progression to it. But 27,000 video emails. My business is not going anywhere. When it's time, when it's appropriate, when it's right, it's going to explode. But you've got to stay committed to the process. You've got to now more than ever, detach from the outcome. Commit to the process and track your numbers. Know what you're doing. And I can slack on that. Be very, very, very granular in your business. Be very, very disciplined on what you let come into your head. I don't listen to anything. I mean, I'm at a point where I don't want to hear about the news. I don't want to hear about any of the bullshit that's going on out there. And I've got to even insulate. So this is going to sound terrible, but my wife is a labor and delivery nurse. She works at the hospital. there's only so much of, and she's rightfully so. She's afraid, and I have to be sympathetic. I have to be empathetic. She's my wife. I love her. But also be aware, like, she's going to be at some point when the shit really hits the fan. She's going to not be in labor and delivery nurse anymore. She's going to be where they need her to be at next nurse, starting immediately. And when that happens, what does that mean? Does that mean that I crawl up into a ball and stop prospecting? No, it doesn't mean that. It means every day, one foot in front of the other, taking massive action, tracking what the numbers are, and getting after it now. Business will happen every single day. If you are out there prominently, need-based business is going to find you. Need-based business is happening now. And all of the other stuff that will come back into the market will remember you for the actions that you're taking right now. So go out there, win the day, win the week, win the year, and get some. If there's anything I can do to help, you know where to find me. But one step in foot, somebody wrote, my dad used to tell me this. How do you get on top? How do you climb the mountain? Well, if you keep looking at how high the fucking mountain is, you're going to be overwhelmed by this fucking mountain. If you take one step at a time and you just look at the one step in front of you, it becomes a heck of a lot more manageable. So that's it. One foot in front of the other, one day at a time. Let's go out there and get some. Win the day, win the week, win the year. If there's anything I can do to help, you know where to find me. And in closing, before I forget, need-based business is still happening. So if you or anyone you know is thinking of buying in South Florida, thinking of moving to South Florida, we are constantly helping buyers from around the country and around the world buy homes here in South Florida, and we absolutely love it. So we service all of South Florida, from Jupiter all the way down to Miami, everything in between, Boca, Boynton, Coral Springs, Parkland, Fort Lauderdale, Deerfield Beach, you name it, we service it. We will get your clients exactly what they want. We will get them the best terms possible, and we will pay you a fat referral. So if that's something we can help with, we would love to. Now go out there and win the day. Get some.